Hello, everybody. How are you doing? This is S. Anthony Thomas. This is the S. Anthony Thomas Show, episode number 178. I'm just going to dive right into this, okay? I'm just going to dive right into this. Some people, when you meet them or if you see them coming toward you, even if you know them or whether you don't know them, they feel like a cold coming on. You ever been in a situation where you just feel the cold coming on and you already know how your body reacts to the cold? You know how sick you're going to be. You know how miserable you're going to be. And you can't wait till it starts and then ends. Some people are like that. I mean, I had food poisoning a few times in my life. I don't know if you've ever had it. But I know what it feels like. The first time I had it, I didn't know what it was. The second time I knew exactly what it was because it was such an uncomfortable experience. Every single moment of it, I remembered. I know that there's a specific little tingle in my stomach. And if I feel that, I know, oh no, I'm going to have food poisoning. And I know what food poisoning feels like. The first 24 hours of food poisoning, if it's a bad case of food poisoning, you feel the worst you could possibly feel. If you don't know what it is, you really feel like this is your last day on the planet. But it's not. It's your body fighting the infection or whatever's going on. And every opening in your body, liquid comes flying out. It's like your body's like, all of this stuff in here is making us sick. Get it out. Your body is evacuating the building because of the fire. It's trying to get it all out. You have no liquid in your body. You have no food in your stomach. You have no mucus, right? If you're thinking about water, that comes shooting out of your body. It is horrible. And some people are just like that. The second you see them, you know what it's going to be. It could be a neighbor that always gossips. And when somebody gossips that way, they're going to take a long period of time. And sometimes they'll catch you when you do not feel like talking. They'll catch you when you don't feel like, if you're walking in a house and you've got food containers, which means you have hot food, do you really want to stand outside for 90 minutes talking about what neighbor may be sleeping with another neighbor? No, you don't care, right? It could be a person that's in your family that's so negative all the time that, even if you're in a good mood, the second you see their name on the caller ID, you know what that means. You know that means they're telling you they're on their way over. They live about 45 minutes away from you. They're probably calling you from the car. So it's probably more like 35 minutes till they're at your house. So not only are you anticipating the negativity that they're going to bring, them looking at your house and trying to find fault with everything, or they'll give you that disapproving look, even though there's nothing wrong with your house. There's nothing wrong with your life. Your life is going along fine, but somehow they are going to have issue with every single thing you do. They're going to have little snippy comments. They're not even there yet. You're actually pre-miserable because of them. And then you look at the clock as the time ticks away. 34 minutes, 30 minutes, 27, 15, 11, 6, 3, and you hear the car coming down the street, right? And the happier they look in their face, the more negative they're going to be when they get in the house. And hey, what's going on? And they're walking up the steps, right? And you're wondering why they're so dressed up. They're not going anywhere specific. They want to prove that they dress better than you, right? And why do they wash their car right before they come to your house? Why? Because one time they saw a speck of dust on one of your tires and they want to be going, well, I want to make sure my car is clean. I know you don't care about your car being clean like that, but I do. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm dressed real good. I mean, I know you don't really care about how you dress, but I like to make sure I dress good. Yeah, I had to get out of my house, man. I had to get out of my house, man. Cause I'm sitting there, man. I'm sitting there going, man, all these big screen TVs. I'm like, all the kids won't stop playing with their expensive toys. And my wife, she's in our gourmet kitchen right now. She's cooking one of them gourmet meals. You know what I'm saying? I should probably go back to my house with my really, really extremely attractive wife. Oh, that's right. You broke up with your girlfriend who wasn't as good looking as my wife, didn't you? Yeah. And you don't have to worry about kids because you don't have any, do you? Oh, let me sit down on this couch and talk. This couch is pretty comfortable. Not as comfortable as my quadruple double cashmere couch. Let me go to your bathroom. Oh, this is kind of small. I'm a big guy. This is kind of a small bathroom. That's why I had to get a big bathroom in my house that has bigger bathrooms and more bedrooms in it than yours does. Oh, man, my wallet fell out, but it's kind of heavy because of all the money I have. And seeing as how you just have a regular people's money and I have rich people's money. That guy. and that person feels like a cold or like I said, food poisoning coming on the second you become in contact. I had relationships like that as well. The only difference being it was one of those things where I didn't know when the cold was coming. When that guy comes over to your house, you know he's coming. In some ways, you can prepare yourself for the crap he's going to toss at you. But what if about it's the person that's living with you? What about it's your wife or your husband? What about it's somebody that's living in your house? What about it's your kids when they become teenagers and all of a sudden they're being nice and then out of nowhere, Dad, you think, right? Or maybe it's your spouse and everything's going great. You had a great day. You decided, what, she likes antiquing. I hate antiquing, but let's be honest. When I see her happy, I'm happy. So I'm going to throw myself into antiquing and I'm going to act like I like it until maybe I will like it, right? And you go antiquing with her and you're having a great day. And she's looking at you and she has this look of surprise on her face, because you're going, you know what? I didn't think I'd like this, but I'll be honest with you. Some of this furniture and some of this stuff is pretty cool. And this is a nice little small town, nice little coffee shops. You know what I'm saying? My wife is happy. Everything's kind of cool. The people in this town are kind of nice. You know what? If I wouldn't mind coming here a couple times a month. I'm not coming here every week, but couple times every other weekend, I'll come here and do this with her. Normally she does it with us herself, but she wanted me to go with her. But if I go 2 times, she can't complain about that. In fact, I might go every week because this is Saturday. And then on Sunday, I can watch football and she won't be able to say anything. You know what? I'm going to dive into this antiquing. I'm going to get into this antiquing, right? So and you know how it is when your lady is happy. There's a way that women move around the house. There's a way that women walk when they're extremely happy, right? There's a way that their voice sounds. It sounds like a song when they're happy. There's a glow in their face when they're happy. And as a man, as a person that loves them, you want to see that. And if going antiquing and actually deciding to get into it is going to put this much joy in her heart, put this much bounce in her step, put that much of a song in her voice, dag nabbit, I'm going to do it. And you go and you do it. That's right. But the problem with that is they never just stop there and go, well, he's doing the antiquing thing. I'm happy he's doing that. Great. Because all of a sudden they start adding other stuff. All of a sudden, they want you to go bird watching with them. They want you to go poetry readings with them. They want you to go all of that kind of crap. Look, as far as I'm concerned, I'll go antiquing with you. Okay, maybe I'll do a little bird watching, fine. But all of a sudden, you start adding 55 activities. You're starting to get greedy. And they keep adding activities. And then one day you go, I don't want to do that. And the joy that you built up from the 10 activities that you were doing that you didn't want to do is now overshadowed by the one thing you don't want to do. One thing. You're doing 9 things. You're not doing one thing. But the 9 things don't matter anymore. Oh no. Right? How is it that I did 9 things that you wanted to do when I didn't want to do that 10th thing? All of a sudden, the glow starts to disappear. Oh no. The song in her voice that turns into da da da. Oh no, the song in her voice is going ooh. And the gliding she was doing instead of walking. Oh no, you could actually hear her footsteps on the grass and she's wearing sneakers. Oh no, you're a dead man. Oh no. And just like food poisoning and just like that cold, all of a sudden, the attitude that you're about to get is kind of like feeling food poisoning coming on because you're in public now, but you know when you get home, you know what's going to happen. And this isn't gender specific. It's the same thing with dudes. Ladies, you know what it's like when you're with your guy and you do a whole bunch of crap he wants to do and he tries to get you to go to some crap that you don't want to go to. And all of a sudden he was happy and great and ha ha ha, everything ha ha. And the moment you decide you don't want to go to that place with him, oh no. The glow leaves his face. The chest stops being puffed out. Right? And he's not doing that wonderful manly walk. He's kind of walking like a depressed 10-year-old when he's at the mall with his mom and he can't get any toys. Oh no. Oh, and you get that feeling in your stomach. You know he's going to whine like a punk when you get home, right? He's going to do passive aggressive stuff when you get home, right? He's going to, I'll take out the trash. And you know he normally will take out the trash as soon as you ask. But this time he starts doing busy work so he doesn't have to take out the trash because he knows it drives you nuts. And the ladies would do the same thing to the guy, right? Like I said, you feel that the metaphorical equivalent of that little bubble in your stomach that you get with the food poisoning, because the second you get home, you know what's about to happen. The second that door closed, you turn to lock the door, you turn back around, and only thing missing is that ominous music. As you turn around, and that gorgeous, delicious woman that you were seeing outside now looks like she wants to beat you like she's Amanda Nunes and she's about to whoop your behind in the UFC. Yeah, that's right. You know it's coming. She might not even blast you right away. She'll just wait, right? She'll just give you those looks when she's on the phone talking to somebody else. And daggone well, she's going to go in the other room. She's going to take a shower. She's going to go and put on them shorts that makes her delicious buttocks jiggle. She's not going to be wearing a bra. And normally that's the signal for, what, the boom, boom, jiggy, boom, the boom, jiggy, jiggy. She is delicious no matter what. And now she looks extra delicious. She's wearing those clothes. They ain't even clothes. That's frosting. Yeah, that's right. And she knows she's killing you right now. You're sitting there and you want to dive on her so bad you can't think straight, but it's not going to happen. Why? Because she's mad at you and she wants to make sure you get all worked up just so she can say no, punk, and make you stay up awake all night because you can't roll over. You know why you can't roll over. If you understand what I'm saying. You roll over, you might bend something the way it's not supposed to be bent. Ow! Yeah, that's right. Right? When the bad thing starts coming, it's like that little bubble in your stomach of food poisoning. Right? I remember I saw a guy when I was driving back from a store. This guy had a car, and as I was going toward the store, I saw a guy, and he had a regular car. I forgot what it was, like a Toyota or something. Like, you have the regular people car that we all drive, and then somebody has like the super version of it, or the N version of it, or the double, quadruple horsepower version of it, and they upgrade the wheels, and each one of the wheels cost $1,000 because it makes the car look extra special, all that kind of crap. And I'm driving by and I'm going, you spent 30 grand on your car, and you spent 15 grand on rims. You know what I'm saying? Right? So I go to the store. I go to a corner store. I was not in the corner store that long. I wasn't in the corner store that long. I went in there. I had called the store. So my sandwich was ready. Grab the bag of chips, grab the soda. There's always one person in line in front of you who's buying a lottery tickets and wants to get into some kind of dumb discussion. The person behind the counter indulges them in the dumb discussion. You're holding a cold soda in your arm. There's people behind you going, pss, pss, pss. Oh God. Right? You get up to the counter, you pay. Right. And then when they see you pay quickly, they look at you like, hey, good man, good man. They give you that thumbs up because you paid quickly like a normal human. You get back into your car. It's only been about 10 minutes. I'm driving back the other way. The car that had the expensive rims was up on 4 milk crates. Milk crates. And dudes who spend that kind of money on their car do not take all 4 wheels off and put them on milk crates. You know who puts them on milk crates? The people that stole the rims puts them on milk crates. This was during the day. These people took those rims off so fast and had those milk crates out so fast. And then you see the guy coming down the steps and you see the look on his face, because as we're driving by, I'm seeing him come down the steps and I see the looks on his face, and he's got his fist balled up and he has a look on his face where if he saw the people taking his rims, the look on his face says he was going to be on the news and he was going to be, how can I put this? It rhymes with milling them, if you understand what I'm saying, right? And he's jumping up and down. He's cursing, because all the rims were gone. 4 milk crates. Milk crates. And the thing about it is, there's a lot of people complaining about profiling. I've been profiled. You know what type of profiling I'm talking about, right? I've been in bookstores and had people follow me around. I told the story on my other podcast about a time when I was in the bookstore, and at the time I had some money on me, and because I normally don't carry cash. I had some money on me, and I wanted to buy these books. And I went into the store. I had a bunch of books I was going to buy. I was going to buy a substantial amount of books because I buy my books, 5 or 6 at a time, and then, read those 6 books, and then I go back and get more. That's how I do it. So I had a little bit of money in my pocket. I go into the store to buy these books. It's more of an upscale bookstore. And the guy is following me around all the time. he wasn't even being slick about it. Sometimes people will act like they're doing something else. You know they're following you, but at least the guy's not making it apparent that he's following me. I know he's following me, but he's not trying to rub it in. But this particular person was being arrogant about it, was being annoying with it, was being aggressive with it, was being disrespectful with it, so much so that other people were looking at him as if to say, leave that young man. I was young at the time. Leave that young man alone. They didn't say it verbally, but they were looking like, what is up with this guy? And he just kept following me, and he got closer and closer. He was literally, if I had moved my elbow back, it would have hit him in the chest. That's how close he was. I had 5 or 6 books in my hand, and I was angry, but I was not going to flash anger. You're not going to get me arrested. You're not going to make me look bad. You're already embarrassing me. So what did I do? I spun around as quickly as I can. I had the books in my hand. I let them go. He caught them. And I said, if you're going to follow me around, buddy, at least make yourself useful. I'm now going into the section over there. Are you coming with me? Of course you are. And he followed me with the books. And I didn't take the books back. And then I walked up to the counter. And I pointed to him, and he put the books up on the counter, and I pulled out my money, and I said, see, somebody else could actually be robbing this place, but you're too busy following me. Stop being an idiot. And then he kind of slunk away, and I purchased the books. Nowadays, I would have just been like, I would have just let him hold the books. I would have walked up to the manager. This moron was following me around while I was trying to buy these books. He was profiling me. I have the money, but I will never spend it in this establishment. You need to train I would have done that. I would have made it a point not to give them my money. But back then I wanted to make a point because I was younger and it seemed like the thing to do, which I wouldn't do now. I was profiled, but I didn't deserve to be profiled. I don't think you should profile people. You should find out what's going on and do the assessment based on what this particular individual is doing. And don't do that because and don't focus on one person like that. If it's obviously that the person's not doing anything, go walk around the store and see if you can, because somebody's stealing. I wasn't stealing anything. I had the money on me. Profiling sucks. But I say that to say this. Profiling sucks usually. Sometimes profiling is good. And who should you profile? Anybody walking around with 4 milk crates. What the heck? Every time you see somebody with 4 milk crates, it's probably somebody trying to take some tires. So if you're going to profile somebody, you go profile milk crate people. Don't do racial profiling. We need to do milk crate profiling, right? Yo, man, what you doing with them 4 milk crates and them gloves and that ski mask and that hydraulic jack and your 3 friends who also have hydraulic jacks and those impact guns? What are you doing? Oh, nothing much. We're just walking around. I have a feeling you people with the gloves, the hydraulic jacks, the impact guns, and the trunk that's open on the back of your SUV, I have a feeling that the car you're standing around, you're going to take those rims. Hey, man, you mean to tell me 4 guys with gloves and ski masks, 4 hydraulic jacks, and 4 impact guns are trying to steal these incredibly expensive rims? Yes, I am. That's why I have some friends with me. 4 other cops. Arrest them. Right? If you're going to profile somebody, do that. Do that type of profiling. Don't profile me. You profile people carrying 4 milk cartons because they're up to no good. Yeah, I said it. All right, folks. This episode is over. Much love to you. My name is S. Anthony Thomas. Make sure you rate and review this podcast, subscribe to this podcast, tell your friends about this podcast, and make sure you're back here every week because I will be here, okay? Thank you for listening, my friends. Much love to you all. Take care.